Oh no!
Is it not working for Mark now?
No, it worked.
Don't.
Okay.
We're live.
I was
Hello,
about
chat.
to fucking cry.
Having a
I
crying
was gonna
stream, yeah.
Hi, chat.
Hi,
Hello,
chat.
chat.
Hello. Nothing stressful happened at all. Ever.
Oh boy.
No,
Hello,
definitely
weird people
didn't
who
have
watch
to emergency duct tape the bot together.
Good
We
heavens.
figured
no.
out what it was, though. Never again.
Yes, we did figure out why
Well,
there was a problem, and we figured out who the problem was, and the problem has been dealt with. Don't worry about it.
Poor Jonas.
I wasn't gonna say who.
Yeah, Ty's out here like snitching.
But teacher, what about the homework? And it's 5 minutes until class ends. You're like, shut up, Ty! God!
Every single one of us draws weapons on Nimki. It's just like, shut the fuck up.
No, I'm not so embarrassed. I'm willing to tell chat. I had too many forms. We discovered the.
We discovered that Discord has a maximum number of buttons you can include in the message, and Jonas had too many forms to be able to click on.
Yeah.
And
Jonas
Discord
has
was
tue many
refusing.
clothes.
Yeah, apparently.
Which
You
is
drew
why
too much.
all of you need to tell Jonas to take his clothes off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of them.
Roo, we literally just had to do that.
I donated some of my classic forms to charity.
I'm sure I'm sure someone will
enjoy
enjoy those. I'm sure someone will enjoy those Jonases.
No bias, but can we have multiple Aloysius is next? For no reason, asking for a friend.
Well, I mean, what else would you have besides regular and naked?
I mean,
Uh,
He needs a hat.
can
Oh,
Wizard get a
yeah.
mirror image spell?
I'm glad you asked. Unrolls a massively long scroll that goes on for miles. Start.
Hi, chat.
Hi, chat.
We are your
How y'all
Pathfinder
doing
party.
tonight?
We're not playing Pathfinder tonight.
We're not
Not tonight.
playing, but we are talking about it.
We are talking.
We are.
And there was some talk of potentially drawing at some point, but I will leave that up to the party if that is what they want to do. Tonight, we're just going to talk because we've been at this for a while. The party just hit level 5, and they've been through some serious shit. Especially lately.
We could talk about what we took for our level ups.
You could, actually.
Oh god, now you're making me actually open Forge.
I needed it open anyway so that there was something to look at.
That is valid.
Yeah.
Well, since you're already there, Rick, why don't you talk about what Kenji took for level 5?
Oh, what the fuck did I take for level 5? Let's see.
That's a great question, Rick.
Let's see. One of the things I did here was actually update all of my formulas since I didn't know that you could do that.
Yes.
Yay!
Good stuff.
It's my fault. I didn't tell you could do that.
Yes. Pathfinder Remaster, the formulas automatically scale with you as you get stronger, which is very helpful. So you're not having to buy the same formula like 8 times.
Yes. I mean, so long as it is the same formula. The things like the poisons don't seem to scale.
The poisons are unique per level, but your elixirs of life, your Cheetah's elixir, your bombs, those all scale.
Yes. So now I actually have multiple level 5 things, like this elixir of life, lesser, which actually heals quite a bit.
It's significantly improved over the minor.
Yes.
Minor
ER.
elixir of life.
Mm-hmm.
Eyebrow waggle.
I was just like, wait, like pickaxes? No.
Yes, it would have also helped
Yes.
for this dark vision elixir since it upgrades to 1 hour from 10 minutes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
minor elixir of life is 1d6, lesser is 3d6 plus 6 or something.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Ooh,
it's
that's
a
an
significant improvement.
So the rogue ability for level 5 is Weapon Tricks. Gain expert proficiency in simple weapons, martial weapons, and unarmed attacks. When you critically succeed against an off-guard creature while using an agile or finesse weapon or an agile or finesse unarmed attack, you apply the critical specialization effect for that weapon or unarmed attack.
That's correct, which means that you get the critical specialization of most of the weapons you use.
Yes.
For example, your wakizashi falls into the sword group, which means that if you get a critical hit with that, your target becomes off guard until the start of your next turn.
I have so many options for making the enemies off guard. I don't even know if I need
That-
Pummel behind.
That is very good for
Hey.
you as a rogue.
Use a rogue. That makes sense.
For my ancestry feat, I of course took Kitsune Spell Mysteries, which means that Kenji's graphic right here is going to be updated by the next one.
That is, in fact, what that means, because with that feat, Kenji gains another tail.
Yeah.
What does he destroy Konoha? Sorry, too soon?
If I touch them, are they lucky?
That depends on if you enjoy getting stabbed or not, I think.
Worth it.
I bet that snake lady can touch him.
Oh, of course.
I'm not allowed to tell her no.
Yeah.
Aw, Rick just ruined somebody's question, probably.
3 tails. 7. How's everybody doing in the chat tonight?
Anyway, Kitsune Spell Mysteries has some pretty nice options here. You have Bane.
I agree.
-1 status penalty to attack rolls so long as they are in the area.
Yeah.
That is the opposite of Bless.
Bless. Yeah,
It
Bane and
is
Bless
the
are
opposite.
opposites.
You also have
It is the opposite of best.
You also
Yeah.
have Illusory Object, which is useful.
Yarp. Very good for distracting someone or misleading them, as long
we
as they
have-
don't inspect it too closely.
Sanctuary.
Is that the one where you conjure Utada Hikaru?
Sure. Ward a creature with protective energy that deters attacks. Creatures attempting to attack the target must attempt a will save each time. If the target uses a hostile action, the spell ends.
Yes, it is good for protecting someone, but the protected cannot take any hostile actions during it, otherwise it disrupts the magic.
So, I mean, that's
That's
still a pretty good thing to drop on
Yeah.
Nimki.
100%, because Nimki
Exactly.
is not really known for his hostile actions.
Someone's like almost has too many downs, so they're almost dead. I feel like it would be a good one for that too.
Grabs
For-
Nimki. Aren't you tired of being well behaved? Don't you just want to go ape shit?
I built him to be a rogue. He's got some stuff. I just never,
He does have some skills. He's just
Yeah.
not much for getting involved in the offensive portion of combat because he's busy saving all y'all's asses.
Stab someone,
Yeah.
please.
Maybe someday.
And for the
Okay,
skill feat, I took Quiet Allies, since
Indeed.
I seem to
So-
keep getting into a situation where I have to guide somebody else. So
Yes, Quiet Allies is actually quite a good feat because it basically takes all of your stealth and has you roll the lowest plus the Follow the Expert bonus instead of having each of you roll separately, which means that there's only one chance to fuck up instead of many.
yes.
I'm excited for that one.
That
I'm
is
sh-
actually quite a
I'm
a
sure it is
useful
going to come in
feat.
useful. Probably even more than several of these jump abilities that I took. I've only used
You
a
are very
handful of
mobile.
times so far, but yes. Although, to be entirely fair, a lot of the jumping I've done has just been done without even needing to roll because of that.
Yeah, you have not much needed to roll for jumping as of yet. I believe that covers Kenji, though.
Let's see. There was also like I got a skill up, didn't I? I think I took expert in crafting.
Yes, because you get skill ups and skill feats every level.
Yes.
Where everyone else only gets them every other level, alternating. Rogues are skill monkeys.
Mm-hmm.
Aloysius, you're right next to me.
Oh, what's going on?
Why don't you talk about what you got for level 5?
I'm actually still shopping. I have a bunch of spells I'm looking at as possible candidates, but I haven't really like settled anything yet. Still doing my research.
Well, you do know one spell in particular, but there are other things that you needed to pick for level 5 as well.
Right, and I definitely did that.
Uh-huh.
Alder,
That's
you
fine.
and Ray are begging for Aloysius to get Fireball.
I mean, that's going to happen.
No, he's getting Fireball. Okay,
That
it's
is
just
going to
happening.
happen.
Yeah,
just
Fireball
happening.
is in fact Fireball is in fact like the one confirmed spell.
Yeah.
Since it was,
I mean, I can.
Since we got ability boost, I got bonus skill from intelligence. So.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Level 5 was also where you got your ability score boosts.
Yes. So I did finally take diplomacy.
Yeah. You put yours into, it looks like, strength, intelligence, charisma, plus a partial into dex, which is important for you as a dex fighter.
Yes. I'm always considering if I should take at least a +1 in constitution, but
Valid.
Why
all
do
of them
that?
are.
You have a healer and an off healer.
The only one that's not really important for me is wisdom.
Yeah. Well, why don't you talk about some of the other things you might be looking to take as for level 5 then, Aloysius?
Yeah.
Any particular spells you were interested in?
I know we talked about
what
some of
ancestry feat you think you might be interested where your skill increase went or is going?
Not sure on the feats yet. Spells I'm looking at. I kind of want to have a nice variety that that attack different areas. So maybe like Gravity Well, for reflex. Haste is potential as a support spell.
Haste is always a good option.
Yeah. Maybe Paralyze for will. Vampiric Feast for Fortitude looks kind of interesting. I was looking at Noxious Metal as a Fortitude thing because I thought, okay, it's metal, maybe he can manipulate it, but it's not. That doesn't intersect that way. There's a bunch of wall.
My powers are not magic. I can't interact with your magic stuff. Your gross magic that doesn't come from the earth. Jeez.
Yeah. Sounds like a you problem. That's quitter talk.
Well, it's already getting testy in here, chat.
Yeah. There's a bunch of like wall of stuff spells that I think would be just generally good if in close quarters combat situations where I can span the entire length of whatever room we're in. If it doesn't, if we're in this vast empty space, then they can just get around the wall. Then what's the point? But we've got like wall of shadow, wall of thorns, wall of water, wall of wind. All those look interesting. Safe passage is more like it's like a personal get out of there spell for Aloysius, which would definitely be in line with his mildly selfish streak. And what else?
Wouldn't they just swim through wall of water?
It doesn't work like that.
Okay.
Actually, yes, it does.
Does it actually? Right.
Yes, creatures can't just swim through wall of water. That said, it does limit like ranged combat. Plus, anyone who's in the water is subject to underwater combat, which has its own penalties and restrictions. So,
and it'll just slow them down generally.
Yeah. Yep. Probably the most likely one out of the wall of stuff list is Wall of Thorns. because
It'd be
that
funny
one's
if
sort
you
of
have
ouchy.
you have wall of water and you have a team member with swim speed, so you just put it up and they have like a racetrack
Advantage,
right
maybe?
there for them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've seen that used to pretty good effect in that specific capacity. Actually,
Wait,
all
I like the
flipping
idea
fine.
of wall of water into me using a frost vial and turning it into wall of ice.
Hmm.
I believe you can freeze sections of it.
No,
Could
not sure
work.
you could get the whole thing at once, but
Yeah, I have been looking at like ways
I love that idea.
to do exactly what Slush is describing. Just build team combos.
Yeah.
So that's
Mhm.
not a bad idea.
You got me thinking. You set up like a reaction where if they walk into the water, then I throw and freeze it. Like so they're in the water when it's frozen or something.
Or I electrocute the hell out of them, and that's
Mhm.
humane.
Could that work? I can okay. Yeah. Another one I thought was kind of interesting was just mind reading, because outside of combat, that is of obvious use.
Right.
Levitate. I mean, levitate could be of limited use. I don't know. Apparently, it's not like amazing, magic carpet, but it's still useful. Gravity well looks kind of useful. I think cave fangs, maybe. I don't know. Those are the big ones. There's a couple others, but yeah. Yeah. As far as fates, I don't know. I don't have any idea yet.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Y'all knew we weren't playing this week, so you still got time.
Yeah. I figured
Mhm.
I would poke you offline at some point.
Yep, all
Okay.
good, hun.
Yeah. Go.
Let's move on then to the person on the opposite side of me, Nimki. What did you take for level 5 stuff?
Yeah, so I spent a few hours. Actually, it's kind of funny because I had forgotten to even like pick a feat, but I spent hours looking at level 1 scrolls because level 2, Nimki took this thing that I have not used yet called Trick Magic Item, where he can cast scrolls, wands, etc., of any kind, like wizard spells, witch, druid spells, whatever, any kind. And
Mhm.
so
As
I
long
went
as you
through
make the
yeah.
appropriate skill check.
For scrolls specifically, if I'm understanding the rules right, and I'm pretty sure I am, I can use any skill check I want of the 4 magic skill types for scrolls. It's weird.
Yeah. As long as it shows up on that tradition spell list is the thing, because
Right.
scrolls don't have those.
Exactly. Wait, do I need you to clarify there? Did I understand it?
No, you basically got it. Like,
Okay.
if you had like a scroll of fireball, for example, that's not a spell that shows up on the divine spell list. It is arcane
Right.
or primal, so you would use arcana or nature for it.
Okay.
But you couldn't
Okay, well,
just
that's
use any of the 4. It has to
okay.
be associated with the spell list that spell shows up on.
Okay, so I did misunderstand. Still, that leaves a lot of options because, in that example, I can
It's
still
still
use nature.
it's still
Okay,
very open to you.
Yeah. So, I made a list because now we got a bunch of money and we can afford a bunch of level 1 scrolls. And I made a list of 20 different level 1 scrolls. And I'm like, I just want to carry 1 million scrolls so I got just the thing we need. I'm not going to go over the freaking level 1 scrolls. Those will be little surprises. For level 3, though, the big one I was looking at is actually a spell called Whirling Scarves because it just seemed like it fit the character.
That's a good defensive spell right there. It protects you in this tornado of scarves that make ranged attacks against you have a much harder chance of hitting.
Right. If I remember right, even a melee
It also
attack
makes
has a chance to hit a scarf and get tangled up in it, and it gets a little penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, blindness. That one seems nuts.
Yes, and unlike Aloysius, you don't specifically choose which spells you learn when you
Right.
level up. You are a cleric. Your spells are simply granted to you. You choose which ones you prepare every day from basically all of them.
Yeah.
Right. Which is actually why I still have quite a large list of level 3 spells. So a lot of them are like, oh, this one's nice, but I don't know. I feel like
Yeah,
Nimki would
no,
feel weird casting them.
A common thing with like druids and clerics and other such classes is that they will just look through their list of spells for that particular rank and choose ones that they feel they would get use out of frequently.
Yeah, that's tricky. There's a bunch that I would get use out of, but they'd feel weird for Nimki, like Vampiric Feast. It feels odd for him to be casting something like that. But something like Soothing Blossoms.
That he just looks over and watches Aloysius cast it with a look of aghast horror on his face.
Basically.
Wait, but that would be cool. Like, the more that you accept from kin, the more, like, out of character your spells get.
That could be. Yeah,
Potentially.
but
He's still not quite sure what's going on with Kin, so...
It's true. The assumption is that Kin's style is actually pretty dang similar to Nimki's. It feels like they're on the same page. Who knows? I don't know that for certain at all. Yeah. Let's see. As far as feats go, there's just like one little level 5 feat. And I figured I'd go with Lab Rat, which just makes them a little more resistant to poison and diseases.
Did you say Lab Rat?
Nimki's a lab rat.
Okay.
Oh. I wonder if that happened with Cardamom somehow.
I take offense to that. I'm a lab dog.
Continuing
Labrador?
on.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Continuing on down the line a bit, we've been shuffled. How dare you, chat?
I've ruined it.
You can blame
That's okay.
Zav for that.
That's okay. Well, Mark is now on the far left, so Mark can talk about what Thalgar took for level 5.
It's not a lot of stuff. I got some skill increase, so now my acrobatics have gone from trained to expert.
Nice, always good.
Yeah, I got some ability boosts, so I increased strength, constitution, dexterity, and charisma. Strength doesn't get any real increase now. It's only going to happen level 10.
Correct. You put a partial into strength like Kenji did for Dex.
Yeah, it's a partial strength. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I got the whole deal with critical specialization for weapons and unarmed attacks. And I got an ancestry feat, so I picked left hand blood.
Yes.
It's a feat I can use once per hour.
Effectively, you deal a little bit of slashing damage to yourself.
Yeah,
and,
1 point. Yeah,
you can
1
poison.
point of slashing damage, and I can poison my weapon.
And much like Kenji, your bone sword is, of course, part of the sword group. So if you critically hit with it as part of your brutality class feature, that will cause enemies to become off guard until the beginning of your next turn, making them that much easier to hit.
Hooray! Now you guys can do it yourselves instead of having to be meticulous with your flanking positioning.
They still have to critically hit for those to be in effect.
Yes.
Ah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
But
as far as
you also
that's it for leveling up.
Yeah, you did rework Thalgar's bone sword a bit, didn't you?
I did. I am changing her sword type from Great Sword to Bastard Sword. What that changes is that with a Bastard Sword, she can choose to hold it with either 1 or 2 hands. Holding it with 1 hand uses a smaller damage die. It goes from D12 to D8. But holding it with 2 hands uses a D12 die, just like with the Great Sword. That's just for just for giving me more options in combat, because at some times
it gives you a little more freedom there, because otherwise
Felgar may want to shove somebody, so she needs to have a free hand for that.
Or like pull out a throwing weapon or what have you.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's a lot easier if you can continue to attack with your sword in one hand rather than having to drop it and then pick it back up again.
Yes, that's mostly it.
Indeed. Pretty handy all around. Where did your skill... Oh, you talked about that. That was acrobatics. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on then. Cardamon.
Oh God! I got
Stares intently at the dog.
I promised you that I did it. I got a couple of cool new bombs. I grabbed crystal shards and blind pepper bomb.
Blind pepper bomb. I was so excited about that when looking at Alchemist.
It was because it was like, it made sense because Cardamon is like, I was debilitated. I couldn't smell or see good after that. Fuck. So he picked up blind pepper bomb, and the bomb can be thrown up to 30 feet, causing it to explode, spraying air-sized pepper dust in a 15-foot radius burst. All creatures in the area must make a DC 18 reflex save to avoid inhaling the dust. But on a failed, the creature is blinded for 1 round and then dazzled for 1 round. On a critical failure, they are blinded and sickened and dazzled.
They sure are. I believe, yes, at level 5, you gain powerful alchemy.
Yes.
Which means that alchemical items you make as part of your quick alchemy may use your class DC if it is higher than the item's base DC.
Okay.
Oh, so it's harder for enemies to resist it.
Particularly as you go up in level, yes.
Which will be nice later. And crystal shards, because we don't have a lot of bleed. It's 2d4 piercing, which isn't huge, with 4 piercing damage with my intelligence modifier, which I took more intelligence in the level up. 1 bleed damage from crystals embedded in its flesh on a hit. They take a -5 foot penalty to their speed until they can spend an action to remove the crystals, if they want. But bleed is pretty good.
Yep, bleed, speed penalty, all around good choices. What about your feats?
I got I wasn't entirely sure if it fit the the character, but it was like one of the few ones that were like pretty okay. I took Shuni lore for an ancestry feat. That growing up in Shuni society, you learn the value of honesty, friendship, and hard work, and you gain proficiency in diplomacy and survival. Which makes sense because I still like the idea of Cardamon's diplomacy not coming from all of his words all the time. The idea that anyone that he talks to as an NPC is like, is like, wow, God, you're fucking awkward, but you're really cute and endearing. Yeah. So that's where any of the charisma points before you're like, but Cardamon's a neurotic weirdo. Like, yeah.
Correct.
And I also grabbed for the items, I do intend to grab the healing gloves with battle medicine to do some way better off healing, so that maybe when we get a beat, or if we're producing enough damage, or we're taking too much, I can spend a turn stabilizing people so that maybe Nimki doesn't have to burn as many healing spell slots. But I got a fun idea.
Cardamon, lay your hands on me.
It doesn't entirely work. Okay. It was the hand signs from Naruto. I've had this sound effect.
Yeah, they've used it before.
It's very fun. It's it's nerdy as shit. I intend for that. I was thinking of fun ways to make that part of his arm, but it's a little bit more difficult. The only thing that I've come up with is cool, like potentially cool, like clerical runes on his robot arm for like an engraving or like a tattoo on his other one, and he could just be like awesome, and then do a Full Metal Alchemist thing where he puts his hands together and then they glow, and then he can do healing. But I'll leave that to DM how I take the penalty from having extra equipment. It'll still weigh more, but it's still like a fun thing. Now I have a punching arm and a healing arm.
So what you're saying is your Scar
syringes.
from Full Metal Alchemist.
I could be. Honestly, I'm all alchemist from Full Metal Alchemist. To be quite honest.
Just imagining an array of syringes in your gauntlet, like a knuckle duster, and you're just like, I'm gonna kill you! And you just like punch them in the gut.
That is the thing that I could get as a or with my dedication to inventor. I can have explosive healing. Which is really funny because I can, hold a gun to you and be like, hold still. I promise that this heals.
Yeah.
Boy, howdy. I need to introduce you to Life Shot at some point.
I have it. It's just 1d4 and it's pain. It's bad. It's God.
It's meant for healing at a distance.
Yeah, no, it is great for that. The only thing is that I hate that it's 2 actions to reload and then fire. Is like, but I do have it in my back pocket for distance, which is nice.
Yep.
Oh wait, I prayed to you for it to do well, and then you said that you were unmoved, and Garnamon cried.
That is correct. I believe the last thing you get as an alchemist at level 5 is your field discovery.
I'm not entirely certain. I thought that was just my bomber.
Correct. You get that as part. All of the different study fields get their own research field and field discovery and stuff. So you as a bomber, I believe that affects your splash damage with your bombs.
Yes. You have calculated all the angles to maximize a bomb's splash. When you throw an alchemical bomb with the splash trait, you can cause the bomb to deal splash damage equal to your intelligence modifier instead of the normal count, which is funny because I took calculated splash, which does the same thing. But it's fine.
I mean,
it's fine.
I would
You would not
calculated splash.
Yeah. Well, if you'll allow it, I'll swap it out.
Yes, I would very much. Since you have just gotten for free a class feature that does literally the exact same thing. Moving on, though, Tiki, why don't you talk about what you took at level 5? What kind of fun things you got as a kineticist?
God. Okay. Well, so as a kineticist at level 5, we get our first gate threshold. So this is the point where, for certain kineticists, you could fork the path and choose a second element to have expertise in. I have not. I have chosen to expand the portal and double down on metal.
Indeed, you have.
With that, I have gotten a new gate junction, which is a new thing that just kind of happens as a part of my kinetic aura. In this case, I've taken the aura subset of that, which means my kinetic aura now has a passive effect. In this case, because of my wavering magnetic field that's inside of my kinetic aura, enemies who have metal weapons have a -1 to attack rolls, and if they have metal armor, they have a -1 to AC, which seems good.
It's a solid penalty to their attack and armor class if they're wielding metal equipment.
Which seems like a thing that will come up a lot.
Most equipment, most weapons are mostly metal, and a lot of armor is metal, so it will be a thing relatively frequently as far as humanoid enemies are concerned. I believe when you expand the gate, you get a free lower level class feat as well, correct?
I did. I took Flash Forge. So now I have the ability to create equipment or weapons in my or an ally's hand. so like a level 0 weapon or a common piece of adventuring gear, bulk 1 or less. Some examples it includes for metal are things like a compass or a simple lock or a merchant scale, so they can have some functionality to them.
Yep, you could make a simple weapon like a dagger. You can make some lockpicks, any sort of little thing like that.
Yeah, getting me closer to that idea in my head of like Green Lantern but metal. Just be able to
Nice.
make anything and use it how I believe it should be used. The other thing I
Exactly.
got from an ancestry feat, I got uncanny agility.
Mhm.
So now I have very good balance and I can step into uneven ground.
Yes, normally you are incapable of stepping into difficult terrain just due to how difficult that is
Mm-hmm.
to do carefully, which is the purpose of a step. But
So now
you
I
are
can
able to do so.
Yep, I can move across more uneven surfaces. I can move across balanced situations more. And then
Mhm.
for skill ups, I think I got acrobatics. That sounds right. That's what it says here. The problem is that's not what my path builder sheet says because we're doing some reinventions on the path builder thing. They're not in there yet, but I'm now setting up for them.
Yes, indeed. You'll be seeing a few differences with Tiki going forward. Not too many, just a few.
Shouldn't your feathers be black again?
Yeah, I did wash out that thing. I still
You
don't
did.
know. I don't know whether I'm going to say that yes, it's washed out, I'm done with it, or whether it's going to be I washed out just because we were at the bathhouse.
That's fair.
I mean, should Tiki still be disguised?
You haven't checked on the
It's only been a few
on the
days.
wanted
That's the thing.
posters.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, at this point, it's
if
been about
Loram is
5 days. You're not entirely
I don't.
sure.
I don't know if Loram is a like seedy Tatooine kind of thing, or it's like if you're not caught for another days, like they've got other fish to fry now.
I would make
And
the
last,
argument that it's petty theft, but it is important documents. So who knows?
Who knows?
who knows indeed. Last but not least, although she's been off doing her own thing, Miria nevertheless has also hit level 5. Miria, we haven't seen you in a bit. Would you like to talk about what you've taken?
Yeah, sure. So boring stuff first. Skill increased, I just put it into stealth. Stealth's always good for someone like me. So expertise and stealth. Ability boosts, we went con, dex, charisma, and a half point into intelligence for next time. Magical fortitude gives me expert rank in my fortitude saves.
Mm-hmm.
And for my ancestry feat, I went back and I took tea kettle form just because it seems like that's just going to be really handy. And none of the other ones really spoke to me too much. So
That's fair.
Wait a minute, you turn into a tea kettle?
I mean, yeah, I could.
If I want to brew some tea, is that okay?
Don't you?
Don't lie.
Yeah.
We know you want coffee.
I mean, I could, but that feels like, oh, I don't know
feels
how I feel
strangely
about that
intimate.
Yes, tea kettle form allows her to assume the form of any kind of level 0 adventuring equipment, such as a tea kettle, for example, or a crowbar, or something similar.
Bulk 1 or less.
So I need like a spatula for my frying pan because I'm making hash or something. You don't mind doing that?
I feel like you're just looking for reasons to use me somehow.
I don't know. I believe in convenience.
I believe in like bodily autonomy.
Fair.
Called the fuck out, Aloysius.
Yeah.
Deserved.
Look, I'm just saying, if we got a tea kettle here, I'm gonna brew some tea. Thirsty.
I am on his side, but I am also on the side that gets him to stop being a brat.
Is that possible?
Well, it hasn't worked yet. Hopefully, eventually, it'll wear him down.
Oh, I'm the Brad. You're over here. All right. Fine,
I'm a
whatever.
pretty good dog. I don't know if you've noticed. Wags.
Yeah.
So the more interesting things, I think, are the spells that I get.
It's true.
So I get 1 extra rank 2 spell in my spell slots, and I also get 2 rank 3 spell slots that I can fill. So I just went ahead and added an upcast of Purifying Icicle to my rank 2s. And rank 3, these are good, guys. Rouse Skeletons, which
Oh no.
is... what? Oh no, what?
Are you raising the dead?
Well, no, they don't actually come all the way out. Why don't you just listen for a second, okay? So anywhere within 60 feet, I can put down a 10-foot circle where skeletal hands just come out and grab at people. And if I sustain the spell every turn, I can move it another 20 feet and cause it to rip into other people as well. It does 2d6 slashing every single time.
Mm-hmm.
And they can't do anything about the hands. They just keep coming forever. So
Yeah, the hands are just there
the
for
hands
like
are just there.
a minute, I think. Up to a minute.
Up to a minute. Yep. And
The
then
other spell you took, I think, is a little more interesting personally.
yeah, you think?
I do, yes.
Well. So the other one for level 3 is Impending Doom. And I can target 1 creature within 30 feet with a will save. And basically, I show them a vision of their demise. And it takes 3 full turns for the whole spell to take effect. There's a lot of stuff, so I'm just going to read the one, like, if they fail. So if they fail, but don't critically fail, the creature's immediately off guard. And on the second round it comes around, they become frightened 2. And on the third round, they become stunned 1. And at the end of all of it, they take the full damage, which is 6d6 mental damage.
That's the equivalent of a fireball, roughly, but
Plus,
it
with all of
has
the extra
other
abilities
effects
thrown in
on it.
there. Yes. So, unless they critically succeed, there's always some effect that happens. If they succeed, there's half damage plus some lesser effects. And if they critically fail, they're also kind of just fucked. So,
just a bit. Oh, so many interesting things. Level 5 is really where a lot of builds start to take life of their own. Before that, you're still kind of trying to find what you want to do, find how you want to build yourselves. But by level 5, you should already have an idea of where you want to go now that you're kind of getting further along the track.
True.
And you're starting to...
I did.
You're all starting to see that as your builds start to come together.
Technically, since I reworked things because I did not actually have Myria set up with the free archetype system originally, there is like one other difference, but it's not a big one. So
Indeed. I think that's pretty good coverage, which y'all took. So, as a quick aside, were you all interested in playing, not necessarily playing, We don't have to if you don't want to, but playing Gartic Phone as your characters.
I'm interested
I'm
in that.
feeling that.
I'm also
very
interested
much-
in the questions. Sorry, so it's my time.
I will.
Yeah.
I will absolutely read through the questions as we're playing, of course. Like I said, I've got 21 to go through. Most of them are targeted. There's a few here for the table. A lot of the targeted ones, however, can be reworded slightly so that everyone can answer them instead of being specifically for the person they are asked to. But I will make sure that everybody gets at least one question for them.
I still don't know why we have to.
Plus, chat is here, so they can ask questions as well while we're playing.
I still don't know why we have to sit and answer questions to these random weirdos.
Because it's in your contract.
They pay God. Be nice.
I didn't sign anything. I'm just here for fun.
I don't like answering questions. A wizard's privacy is very important.
Wizards.
Hi, Gears. What did you miss? We talked about what we got at level 5.
Yes, indeed.
Who even are all these people standing there watching us?
Weirdos. Don't worry about them. Just answer the nice weirdos questions.
They're the chat. They work as the chorus to our almighty.
Isn't that usually involved in tragedies?
Yeah, you know, don't worry about it.
Have they always been there?
Unfortunately.
I haven't been paying attention. I'm too busy playing with Kenji's tail right now.
Which one? The left one,
The
the right
newest
one, or the
one.
middle one?
The one Kenji just got.
Cardamon can tell which one's new.
Yeah. Which one is the new one? Do they grow from the middle and like split the old ones, or is it like they grow to one direction?
The one that wasn't there before and then is there now. I'm very detail oriented.
Do you spend that much time looking at Kenji's ass?
Well, I mean, it's kind like the root is literally at the ass. That's just a bonus. I don't objectify my friends like that. Mostly. Just old men.
All just
right.
one of them.
Look.
Well, if we want to do the Gartic Phone, I certainly don't mind hosting.
Okay.
So I just realized I've never played this
Rick's
game,
already got
and
it.
I'm super anxious.
Oh, don't
it's
worry.
easy.
I mean, you can host.
Just draw bad and you're doing good.
If you wanted to host, Hun, it's fine. I just had it ready, so. It might be easier for you, though. I don't know.
Why can't you just select one of these icons?
Yeah, I was just thinking like,
Oh, you do have to refresh. That's If there's no dogs, I'm going to cry.
There's a dog, but it's one of many.
I'll go for whichever's the closest, I guess.
There isn't anything really Aloysius. I'll just do
There was
the
a coffee
Viking.
pot thing.
That's pretty close.
Well, I get it. Mary is a tea kettle, I'm a coffee pot. We're just some whimsical little. We're just some whimsical little cartoon or something.
Part of a fable.
Beauty and the Ass furniture.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a frog. You could be Hocus, but green. All right, this is the first dog I've run into. I don't want to hit refresh anymore. I no longer wish to wait.
That's fair.
Don't worry, Slash. I'll be fine.
Yep, just,
you know, like this and Jackbox, honestly, these games are designed for parties, you know. So you really don't have to like. They're generally pretty straightforward.
Yeah. They're not difficult. What's going to happen here is you're going to write out a prompt for someone, and then somebody's going to get that prompt, and they're going to draw it, and then it's just going to keep going on like that. It's a game of telephone.
It's dirt
Gotcha.
simple.
Yeah. You're going to get a prompt. You're going to draw that prompt out. Your picture is going to be sent back off to somebody else who is going to try to describe it with a prompt, and you're going to get somebody else's picture, and you're going to try and describe that. And are you going to join, Slush?
Yeah, I don't know. Wait, was there a link that was dropped?
Yes.
In Discord.
In Discord, huh? Poketorium.
I was getting there. I was working up the damn list.
Well, maybe if you visited more often and your channels were normally empty, you'd see the one that has something new in it.
Oh, you have no idea. If I could screenshot and show you all of the servers, it is nothing personal. It is a hellscape in here.
Valid.
Everything is painful.
Crystal, were you wanting to join or no? No pressure.
I'm good.
Okay, that's fine. We shall play as is then. Is there anything I need to do for the settings, time,
You
normal,
can change
task
time to
flow?
dynamic if you want to
Okay.
stretch it out.
All right, we'll set it at dynamic then to be a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So Aloysius canonically can't draw worth a damn.
Oh,
Here we
so
go.
we're the inverse. Can you draw as Cardamom then?
Whoa, that's quick.
Oh,
Why was
God,
that so
I
quick?
did not have.
Whoa!
I literally
Whoa,
was
hold
going.
up.
Go back.
Way
That was
too
so
quick.
fucking quick.
Yeah, we gotta
That
restart.
was way too fast.
It's still too fast.
Yeah, why is it going so fast?
Why?
It's giving us like 45 seconds.
Do
That is
we need to
no.
restart? Or?
Yes.
Yeah, we're just gonna
Yes.
we're gonna restart. I'll post an invite link. And woof, that was
Fair.
I've never seen that happen before either.
All
All right, leaving that one, joining the new one.
Yarr.
task flow, normal, turns, all. Keep drawing disabled, scoreboard off, secrecy off, animation off, canvas format standard, moderation off. Not seeing anything for like time.
Go back. What was the said? You started with normal.
Yeah.
Okay.
And switch it to dynamic.
Change the number of players.
Oh, yeah, we have 7, so.
That should.
Oh,
do
was it just considering that?
Yeah,
It
I
might
have
have
no
been,
idea
who
why it
knows?
would do
Yeah,
that
these
since I
slots
don't
just
think
hit done
anybody can
instantly.
join in the middle of a game.
Right.
That's silly.
All right, let's try that again, I guess.
I can't figure out why that would have happened.
That was crazy.
Wait.
Hmm?
The hell? For some reason, am I in the?
I
Yeah,
see
you're
you.
in.
Yeah, you're there.
I am?
I see Thelgar.
I
You're
see
a bird
Pitch and
face.
Tokar.
Okay. Cool.
All right, let's try that again. Hopefully it doesn't go ridiculously fast again. If it does, we may restart and I'll like switch it to host decision. That way I can just advance manually, but we'll see.
Mhm. Okay, now it's working.
Yeah, it may have just assumed that because we were quote unquote half done. All right, let's go ahead and start with questions. I'm going to start with one for the table. From Fingers. Have there been any instances of having direction you initially were wanting to take your characters / the story, but scrapped it for a different idea? So, like, were there
Like
any
everybody's
points?
concentrating on drawing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, were there like any points where you kind of switched where you thought you might take your character build or where you wanted their stories to go?
You trusting that to all
It's
of
hard.
us?
Yes,
Yes,
that,
it's a
that is
table
for
question.
that is for the table.
I think initially I really didn't intend for Cardamon to be as involved and sad as he got until honestly until you were like, well, yeah, he could use some more drive and like what his goals are, and then like because initially it really was just going to be him like following his dad and going for all of that, and then I don't even know where he would have gone if I didn't, or if that wasn't asked. He probably wouldn't be as involved as a character if that didn't happen.
That's fair. That's fair.
With Nimki at the start, the very, very start, I was very determined about going like alchemist healer, actually. And
Mhm.
I don't know. I kind of figured if he was the only one doing healing, that alchemist healing might not keep up, and I got nervous. and then I bounced around a bunch of different classes.
Mhm.
I was just yeah. I'm glad the way I went, just because oh my gosh, it feels like we need all the healing. It's tough. It's really dangerous, and all. Yeah.
Yeah. As I have mentioned, that is what you all as a group have asked of me as the GM.
Oh yeah.
I was requested to keep combat relatively, not necessarily minimal, but rather impactful.
Secondary.
Mm. No, not secondary.
No,
But it
not
was so
secondary.
like
But yeah, less the focus and what combat there is to be more
Makes
impactful.
sense. We've all played RPGs, and there's like this feeling, especially in computer RPGs, where there's little throwaway fights, and they feel a little, and we all know what that's like. And we're like, no, we don't want that. We want the fights to mean something. And I love
we
that.
don't want to fight a group of nameless goblins. We want to have villains that we're fighting.
Yeah,
Right.
That's
it needs to hurt.
yeah.
I hope I provided that for you, that pain.
Oh, Ash has been hurting us real good.
Ash, do you want to take questions from the chat in between the submitted questions, or how would you like to do that?
Since you're not drawing with us, it would probably be easier for you to keep an eye
I
on
can. I
chat.
just
If they
don't want
have
to.
any, no, absolutely. If they have any questions, like feel free to bring them out.
Yeah, so Leon asked one. He asked, and this one seems to be for the table as well, what was the inspiration for everyone's character names that you came up with? Did they come before or after you thought of the character themselves?
I really wish I could give you information on that. I don't know how I come up with names.
Nobody does.
Yeah.
I just start thinking of syllables, and then it comes to me, and I'm like, all right, Tiki Kiri, that's a thing.
I looked at a list of like British baby names from the 1930s. And there were a lot of like stuffy sounding ones, like Cadwallader and shit like that. And I just thought, Aloysius. And I just, I think the voice came to the same like, Aloysius. Aloysius.
There you go.
Yeah. Aloysius. There it is.
My answer is very similar to Miller's. I kind of just don't have a real process. I sound out things that sound good in my head until I come up with one that I feel like works well.
Mhm.
But that means that I always come up with the character first and the name afterwards. It's almost never the other way around. Because the character I come up with, like, that's important to me to actually feel out what name sounds like is correct for them.
I went through a long list of Japanese names until I found stuff that seemed to fit.
Mhm. Yeah, that's fair.
I remember.
I'll-
Go ahead, you go.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, I'll be so real. I was like, whenever I was coming up with the concepts of this dog and I wanted him to be like neurotic and everything, I was just like, no, Spicy is pretty funny. And then I see you not. I was just like, spices. Cardamon's a fun word. And then I was playing with ways to spell the fucking spice. And I was like, oh, well, that actually looks pretty all right. Was literally where it came from, was the concept of like, this is going to be a neurospicy dog.
As you do.
Yeah.
I remember with Nimki. I remember very specifically. I was. Oh, my Discord just made a little disconnect. Am I still here?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
you're
are.
here.
Yes.
Okay, good. I don't know what it's doing, but yeah, I remember I was like, rodents go num 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 num, and it just built off of that. I was like, num, num, num. I don't know.
That's fantastic.
That is good.
Would anybody else like to answer?
Honestly, if I had any process for thinking about my character's name, I've forgotten by now.
That's fair.
That is fair. A really quick one across the board. Don't worry about thinking about it. Just say the first thing that comes to your mind. Rye asks what your character's theme song would be.
The what?
Oh.
Your
Theme song.
character's theme song. What would
Chowder.
Felgar's theme song? Okay.
Chowder.
For
Yeah, that
Cardamom.
tracks.
I had an answer for this. I can't remember what it was. Give me 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna off the cuff say we didn't start the fire.
That's a good one.
I don't know. I haven't thought about that yet.
No,
That's
nobody
entirely
has.
fair too.
That's why it's an off the cuff. Just pick something that you feel like fits Stelgar.
I already know.
Yeah, and if you can't, then don't worry
That's
about
the problem. I can't do that without some thinking, and that's
Yeah,
something
that's
I can
fair.
do now.
Okay, nope, I did find it. It was... Okay, it's two options. It's either Knives and Pens by Black Veil Brides or The Trooper by Iron Maiden.
Okay.
Not a bad
I'm gonna
one.
get-
Not bad choices.
I'm gonna give one to Thelgar. I'm gonna say Maneater by Hall & Oates.
Kenji's is The Humbling River by Pulsifer.
Almost over there, folks, for this drawing round.
There, I gave
for-
both those videos in the chat.
For Aloysius, those are the days.
Make
like
sure to hit submit.
Ah,
I
fuck.
don't think you have to click it. You
I
did
can't
not lose
believe
your
it.
picture.
It should submit anyway.
Yeah, it should just be whatever your last thing is, honestly.
Okay. Oof.
All right. Well, we do not have any more questions in chat. If you want to put out another submitted one, Ash.
Indeed. Here's one from
wait, hold
Geary that was meant for me, but I think kind of works better if I kind of poll everyone. Which party members do you ship together?
Okay, you have to answer the question first, though.
Oh, absolutely. It was meant for me. I mean, outside of the obvious problematic age gap ship.
Problematic? What do you
Yeah,
mean?
You heard me. I have to probably go with Nimki and Thelgar.
Jesus
There's
fucking
a
Christ.
there's a strange dynamic there that I think works on a very weird level, but it works.
I don't think Thalgar fits in Nimki though.
Oh God.
Okay, so that's a kink, and
Get creative.
So thank you for that question, Geary.
Right. Does anybody else have a ship that they would like to throw out into the ether?
I like Kenji and Cardamon's bromance.
That's fair. That's very
Their
fair.
dynamic is very
Biased
funny.
in the slightest.
I mean, if we're going based off the source of material, like that, there's something there. It's fun.
Yeah, no, that's valid.
I think Ash stole mine. I think there is a little bit of something between Nimki and Thelgar somehow. It's a very interesting
What the
dynamic.
I have no idea where you guys are getting that from.
Y'all are the ones who are like, well, let's run off and do stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
It is
happens
cute.
only once, and then suddenly that's what
No,
you
that's
guys
happened a
think.
couple of times.
It was
Whenever you
fun.
broke into the bar, whenever you went into the tavern, you guys were doing mischief. Whenever like you were running around the manor, you were getting into some mischief. It's happened more than you've thought,
Right.
which is why I liked it.
Anybody else?
This is coming to mind.
Okay. Ash, would you like to ask another one?
Sure, let's take a look here. We did that one. Here's one from Melody. I feel like everyone here is a bit of a nerd, so this should be a valid question. Which of the Green Lantern Corps do you think your character would belong to?
Ooh.
And why? I say Green Lantern Corps, I mean Lantern Corps.
You mean
I don't
shit, what-
know all of them, but for some reason I want to say yellow.
What
Yellow, the light of
shit.
fear. I can kind of see that for.
Hold on,
for
I
TQ.
don't remember what they all are.
So there
Every
are
color of the
there are
rainbow.
there are a lot of Lantern Corps. It's not just those ones anymore. There are the Roy G. Bivs. There's red, which is the light of rage; orange, which is the light of avarice; yellow, which is the light of fear; green, which is the light of will; blue, which is the light of hope; indigo.
Compassion.
Indigo's
I'm so
compassion,
glad you
and
have this in the
violet.
back burner.
And violet is love. We'll just
Wow.
stick with
Black is-
those. We're going to ignore white, black, and
You're not doing white, black.
So they
we're
made
also
the
not
Power
we're also not doing the the invisible
The
spectrum.
inverted one.
Is that a thing?
Yes,
Are there
there's an invisible spectrum lantern core now.
They're like transparent lantern. Okay, all right. Wow.
Microwave lantern, X-ray
Yeah.
lantern.
I'm
that
waiting
kind
for
of
like
stuff.
plaid lit. Anyway,
If you choose avarice, you have to explain how you would kill Larfleeze.
You should actually explain why you think you belong in that lantern core. So,
I think I'd probably be a yellow one because Aloysius is not all that brave. I mean, he's brave enough to go on adventures, but he's not like he's not like leader paladin brave. You know, he's more like, yeah, I'll do it for my friends and maybe money and maybe fame, good marketing material. That's who he is, you know. But he is,
Yeah.
he has a strong streak of fear. So there you go.
That's
Yep,
fair.
we got 2 for the Sinestro core.
I think Cardamom would either be in blue for hope, or if it wasn't like the popular one, I don't want to say green, but green for Will does make sense.
I can definitely see Cardamom being part of the Blue Lanterns.
Oh, hell yeah.
I was going to say, I don't think it's particularly interesting, but I think Miria would make sense to be a Green Lantern.
That's fair. Yeah, I can kind of see that with her. What about Kenji? What Lantern Corps would Kenji be part of?
And I'm not sure, honestly.
You got it boiled down to a couple, maybe?
See, this might be why they ended up making way too many Green Lantern Corps, is because there's way too many core emotions to go through.
Yeah,
fair.
The attempt to limit it to the 7 broad spectrum emotions is kind of dumb, but it's comic books. What do you want? I mean, I suppose Thelgar's probably pretty easy to guess for that one.
I don't know. I'm not sure I understood the question. Like, what would this thing about the Lantern Corps?
Yeah, which Lantern Corps would your character be part of, and why?
I mean, I don't know what the Lantern Corps is.
Oh, like the superhero
the
Green Lantern.
I'm missing some context, I think.
The Green Lanterns, Blue Lanterns, Red Lanterns, all those from DC.
Like the superheroes.
Oh,
the
I
comics.
mean, I literally do not follow the comics, so I have no idea.
Well, that's why
I'm with you, Mark. This is a different language. It's completely unknown.
That's why I explained what they were.
I'm sorry.
I knew a little bit about this, but a lot of this is new to me too.
I still like the idea of Cardamom going, by Blue Lantern's light! And it's still just a giant gun that he manifests from his ring.
Technically, that's not
now
part
on
of
to
the
the
Blue
next 30
Lantern
question. Which 40k
creed, but
race would you be, and why are you all Tau?
I have no
I
idea what
have
the difference
no
is
context,
between any
and
of the 40k races. I only know the Skaven exist.
All of the 40k races are different brands of racist. That's all you need to know.
I know nothing about 40k. I was like,
I also don't know much about the 40k races outside of the Skaven exist.
Skaven aren't even a 40k race. They're a Sigmar. They're a fantasy race. They're not in the
that's why
version.
40k is worse than regular Warhammer then.
Fair.
Well, Mev does have another question in the chat. For all the characters who do not have a companion or a pet or a familiar, what would yours be if you did?
I've been looking at this. I've been looking at this item. The walking sentient cauldron. I want Cardamom to have that. It's a cauldron that literally just walks around, and it does. The concept of it is it's like a Beauty and the Beast piece of furniture that's doesn't have a face or can talk. I kind of want it to be able to. But it's a walking black cauldron.
Yeah.
I love this question. I'm trying to think. I feel like it would be something extremely mischievous and something that could climb and like pranks and stuff.
All right, on to the final timer for this round, folks. Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised how many of the party member have wound up with companions of some variety.
Mine came for free, so.
Because Miria and Aloysius have one, Tiki has one.
Nimki has one.
Makes sense.
Do these folks have any questions for my frog while they're at it?
Not specifically, but here's one of the questions for you, Aloysius. What does Hocus taste like from Syrian Ember Paw?
Why is this? Why do people even assume that I lick my frog? This is exactly the sort of thing I was trying to avoid. Goodness gracious. Kind of slimy.
I do want to grab that cauldron. I don't want to give Ash another NPC to potentially voice.
Well, the cauldron's not going to have a voice. It's a cauldron.
That's true. I'll talk to it like it does.
I don't know what Kenji would
Oh
have.
my.
So here's one Mev asked for me specifically, and it's one I put a little bit of thought into. If I were to be playing in this game, what kind of character would I be playing? And I kind of had to put some thought into this because your party composition is already pretty well balanced, all things being equal. But one thing I feel like you're missing out on a bit of is it's like high burst magic damage, which Aloysius is already in the process of overcoming anyway. So I would almost certainly probably play a sorcerer.
Sork.
Sork. Swak.
Cardamom was almost that. His options before I actually ended up picking Alchemist was I was torn between like doing something like a sorcerer or Bard was on the table too, and I considered it for like a second, and I was like, I really don't want to roleplay singing more. And Ash is going to absolutely make me if I do this.
Yeah, I would probably make you sing if you were a bard, but that does beg the question: what other classes might you be, mon frères, if you were not your existing characters?
I mean,
I don't think it'd be wild to say that Tiki would be a monk because his
That's
story
fair.
would literally not have to change even a single bit.
That's very fair.
and I was also considering monk.
That is true. You did go through a period of considering Kenji being a monk.
Optic Gun Champion, probably. Or I think that's what it's called, right?
Yes, champion would be.
I love the look of that class. That is right up my alley.
That's a fun one, yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, as soon as you need to do tiny lines on this app. Oh,
Yeah.
panic.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I have to. I can't make the drawing bigger.
It's not meant to look good.
Yeah, just go with it.
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Have you seen? You're saying that Jonas is right there, Mark is right there, and Rick is right there.
I mean, why?
Yeah,
and I'm right here, and I don't care.
Yeah, I'm also right here. Wait until you see the crap I've been putting out.
Fair.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's in Mario Paint.
I've been drawing this
I
one
see,
really
I was
slowly
right
because
about
it's making me feel weird things.
Used to have that game. I love that. I mean, I had the freaking SNES mouse for it, and it was awful.
The emulator on the Switch 2 lets you do use your Joy-Con, and it's not the worst.
Huh.
Please, Jonas, be nice to me. I was waiting for Jonas to be like, yeah, not the worst.
No, not the worst.
I'm so sad with how the hat turned out. Whatever, it's fine.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Tell you one thing. It was I had to go through like 3 of my mouses before I found one that worked with the Switch. It's weird.
Oof.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It's
All right.
pinky. Why would it be pinky?
Here's one for Miria specifically. Miria, what's the most positive experience you've had since you have come into contact with your patron and become a witch?
Ooh.
I feel like I could cop out and just say that running into these folks is probably the best thing that happened, but I don't think that's what they're looking for. I'll
Mayhap.
tell you what. Go give somebody else a question and I will come back right after that one with an answer for it.
All right. Let's here's a good one for Thelgar.
Mhm.
Liliana turned out to be just as much a victim during your previous investigation as the party ended up being, but there was a lot of aspersions cast on her, a lot of doubt. How would you have felt and reacted had Liliana been proven guilty of a lot of the things that the party ended up thinking might be going on?
I don't think it would be that much different, to be honest, because Liliana didn't do anything bad towards Selgar. So all all the things about the trafficking, I don't think Felgar paid much attention about that.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. That's fair.
So I don't know. I don't think she would feel that different towards her.
What about the rest of you? During that whole investigation, a lot of things and a lot of theories came out that did in fact put Liliana in relatively suspicious
We would
light.
find out how loud I'm allowed to yell "I told you so" in this call.
Yep. That's as much effort as that picture's getting.
Aloysius would not have wanted to be right because he knew it would hurt Thelgar. And deep down, he actually cares. He just doesn't admit it.
Yeah, I'm not entirely certain that Kinji would have cared
That's
if,
fair.
if Liliana was guilty of things, because that wasn't his job to be concerned about it.
That is entirely fair.
I think as a fan, Cardamano is relieved. Also on top of it, as with his theory speculating that like she might have been lying and might not have been involved in like whatever project or messed up things he was involved with. He's just glad that there's somebody else that made it out. So he's just relieved.
That's entirely fair, I think. All right. First round over.
This is gonna be weird.
Almost
Yeah.
certainly.
All right, chat.
All right.
Let's see what they came up with for these.
I believe my
Here we go.
mouse.
Thelgar puppy
Oh.
eyes.
Aw.
Yep.
Yeah.
Helgar got an owie. She did get a lot of owies, to be fair. Perfect.
I like the nose.
Oh my gosh.
The nose is very good.
The nose is fantastic. Jesus, Joe.
Nice.
Good job, Mark.
That's funny.
Oh, that's.
I downloaded a GIF. I had
All
to.
right. Yes. Next one. What did Tiki put out there? Aloysius and Thelgard dive through a crypt.
Crypt. Okay.
Oh, that's
Nice.
really good, though.
And Shady, I see.
Rattle.
I didn't have time to draw Thelgar.
That's fair.
Aloysius is super duper serious with his spirit bomb. Aloysius casts Meteo.
Spirit bombs.
What
Spirit
even are
bombs
these
are
spells?
blue.
I think there's blue on it.
That is
Look,
blue.
It's ridiculous.
No, the original one wasn't blue.
People are
Yeah.
inventing
Oh, I see.
legends about me.
All publicity is good publicity. Continuing on.
Oh,
Kenji.
great. It's all going to go even more to its head than it already is.
Nimki, what are you doing?
That's so good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I've seen that before.
It's so cute.
Dying.
Nimki, as usual, eats something bigger than himself. Whoa,
It's
that was
Nimki.
really good.
Munch that
Wait, is
burger.
that supposed to be Thelgar?
No, it's
No,
supposed to be
it's
Nimki, but
I thought it was.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
that's how telephone goes.
Mhm, that's right. Yeah.
I mean, at least it's not, Grape's doing something.
Right?
I'm so glad that there were more renditions of Nimki eating cheese.
I was wondering where this came from.
Ah. Oh, hey, Kenji, let's go.
Kenji's beautiful day of killing and murdering.
Oh, wait, I like this
Hooray.
one. Kenji finally got a lot of crits.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Oh, no.
That's funny.
Fantastic.
He killed the VR chat.
Oh my god.
That is what I was going for because it's a very quick representation of like nobody in particular. So
Right.
That's very good.
Somebody spilled
Ah,
grease onto
yes.
this wall. What the
Ah.
fuck?
The callback.
Genji in an event that definitely did not happen.
but
Aw.
I mean,
What?
That's fair. He kissing Nimki.
Jesus. I like Tiki wearing like a Christmas sweater.
Yay. I do too. Love can bloom on the battlefield.
Oh, so
Wow.
that's what happened while we were fighting Namak.
See, this is
No,
what
this
should have
is-
come up earlier when we were asking about who ships who with who.
it's true.
Nimki told me
But
that
we
this
got
was the
the-
only way he could cast heal.
We got there anyway, so
We did get there.
The good feelings.
carbon vitamin C maxing.
Yeah, I need my vitamin C. Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Armand nomps a giant orange nibble.
I
Armand trying to eat Aloysius's giant orange.
Mark, I appreciate so much that you just did the ball practice drawing and then added cardamom on top.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
Eating Cardamom's big
Wait.
orange. What the fuck?
I see you feeding
Ridiculous.
me.
I'd
you
say that's
you
the one
assumed
that
that I
stayed
wouldn't peel
mostly
the
the same
orange
at this
first.
point.
No, orange
Guys,
ball.
draw me like a
Why do you
kid.
need peel ball? Just eat ball.
Tasty
This
ball.
is getting completely ridiculous.
Sure is.
I knew what I was in for whenever I wanted to draw Cheese Wedge Nimki. I don't know how this works. I tunnel wishes. It's not a horny potion. Don't worry about it, but drink it.
Definitely not making a horny potion.
Definitely not making a horny potion. Fuck.
Wow.
With the cardamom spiky TPP plus with woman juice is insane.
What is woman juice?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Transgender fluid? I'm not entirely sure. I'm assuming.
There are elixirs of sex change that are
There are.
alchemical items. That was silly.
That was.
As it usually is.
Is
Indeed.
it over? Are we done making ridiculous, weird drawings about ourselves about things that didn't happen?
Almost
No!
certainly
It
not.
it was so sharp, though. Such a difference.
Here's a
between, like,
question
people.
for
is.
Tiki. Tiki, what's the worst bout of mischief you've gotten into abusing your metal kinesis?
Ooh.
The worst bout of mischief I've gotten into by abusing my kinesis.
Mm-hmm.
I can think of one.
What's the one you're thinking of while I'm trying to come up with one?
the definitely not canon RP.
Oh, right.
Mm-hmm. Eyebrow waggle.
Eyebrow
Like-
waggle.
Do you ever steal people's loose change?
No, I don't think stealing change. I think Tiki has definitely tried to like give people a coin that he summoned that like evaporated 10 minutes later. But I think probably the biggest bit of mischief he went up to. Okay. So we'll see if you count this as mischief or if you count it as Robin Hooding. But I think his biggest thing is probably when he was working for the mining companies. There was some up and start alchemist or machinist or something. Actually, no, you know who it might be? What was the doctor's name that we saw in the last episode?
Dr. Lasange.
Lasange. Let's say this is one of Lasange's proteges. What came to the mining company that Tiki works for and was presenting an automated mining drill device as this steampunky looking thing that could dig as fast as 10 men. When they were doing the demonstrations, Tiki subtly used some of his metal kinesis to sort of pull a few pins and rods out of alignment, and the thing like barely could work at the speed of half of a man. Because Tiki's like, I don't want to lose my job. I don't want to have to go back nowhere. So that's what I would say.
All right. Let's go in for round 2.
Right, more.
Yep.
Oh, crap, I didn't think anything. Let's see.
More indeed. And while we're drawing more, here's a question for Kenji.
Mm-hmm.
Kenji, do you ever experience gender dysphoria?
No.
Oh boy.
I think Kenji's pretty comfortable how he is, so
Mhm.
doesn't really. I mean, anybody who'd force him to be more feminine would probably get their hand cut off, so.
Very true. Here's a question from Amber Fox. What type of wood is Maria's stick made of?
Stick! The best wood. I'm so mad that I'm making this harder on myself whenever I don't need to.
Am I to assume that trees in Laram are the same as the trees that we would know about?
A cedar is a pine, a cedar, a pine, a maple,
Yeah,
whatever.
that's you can just go with a tree, That's fine.
You could also be like, it's a bloodleaf tree.
No, it is made of an ash tree.
Yes, he's right here.
Hey, all right.
Hey-oh.
There are multiple ways to interpret that as a double, triple entendre, if you'd like.
Oh, that's opacity. You can shade. There's so many tools. There's tools that I
Yeah,
didn't
this
know that I
thing is
had.
like way more
It's-
involved than you would think.
Yeah, it is actually like surprisingly involved.
Yes,
Still
there is a
doesn't play
feather
well
on the
with the
stick.
tablet.
In fact, there's
Well,
technically
good. Then
actually,
you don't get to have free advantage on all of us.
Oh, I still get an advantage, but it still
Right?
doesn't play
I
well.
was like, have you seen his drawings? Of course he does.
technically there's another feather on her stick at this point as well, because she took one from Tiki right before she left. Alias asks, for the whole group, has there been an occasion where you so desperately wanted something to happen RP-wise in the story, but the dice just said no?
Intimidation.
No.
I mean, it hasn't. I mean, it wasn't the dice, but I really want to see Nimki use his whip. Very important to me.
I know in terms of game mechanics, just have nothing going on there. But I like the idea too. I really do.
Look, next time there's something to cross and there's like a branch,
Let's do a swing. He's got acrobatics. Might work. I don't know. I guess that's true.
Or like if somebody loses their hat and there's like a stone door coming down, you can just yeah.
Well, the chance of that happening is close to the same chance as you seeing Miria use her slingshot.
I know she had a slingshot.
Probably
Not
close to
a
the chance
slingshot,
of
sling. It's a
Tiki
sling.
pulling out his knife that he sold like 3 episodes ago.
That's totally different.
Because he realized his beak was just as strong as the knife, so why the fuck does he own a knife?
Yeah, that is a thing that you will encounter sometimes, especially when you're not as familiar with the system.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a question for Cardamon.
Yeah?
Cardamon, if you could snap your fingers and make any invention an instant reality for you, an ally, or the party, what would you make?
Better gun. Instant. I'm trying to think of what I proposed to you that's gotten shut down, but you haven't really shut anything down. Oh my god. I want him to have a robot companion mech. Like the robot from Chrono Trigger. I want him to be able to make that. That I guess that answers his companion thing. I want him to build his best friend. I think that's what he would have done before the party. He had met all of them. He would have snapped and been like, I just want a friend. Or like done the praying thing from Lilo and Stitch. Maybe send me an angel. The nicest angel you have. And then he gets Aloysius. Which is fine.
Oh, what about your conciliatory second prize? Is that how it is?
He kisses you to shut you up.
Aloysius mutters. And blushes. And let's get back to the questions.
God, I don't know what a bat looks like.
Yeah, don't worry.
Well, they're about this long, made out of wood.
I'm sorry, Slushy.
It's fine. I'm having an existential crisis.
As you do.
Yeah, when you get past 40, it gets a lot worse.
I can believe that. I'm halfway there, says Cardamon.
Here's a question for Nimki, then.
Squeak.
Nimki, given recent events, what are your thoughts on kin, and how much would you say you trust them?
I don't think how to say this.
Oh, God.
Finish up your
I
drawings.
I want to know a little more, but
well, based on what you do know.
yeah. Oh yeah. I like him a lot. I don't know. I just feel like if he was allowed to do whatever he wanted, it might be really good.
or we might be all in deep trouble, like you.
Yeah. I don't know. He cares
He's
about
secretly
good stuff.
a nihilist and kind of wants to just let himself go.
It's not that. It's not nihilism. It's a big picture thing, actually. Let's see. Like, I don't know. It's hard to say. What if kin? I don't know. I don't know if I want to go that deep into it. You know what I mean? Oh gosh. Frick. I didn't write anything. I was thinking about talking. Let's see.
Quickly.
Music. Dang it. I'll just say it out loud later.
Here's a question for the table. Would you go on a date with your characters? And do you think your character would want to go on a date with you?
I love that one.
I don't think Cardamon would understand that I'm asking him on a date.
Respectively.
Valid. Honestly, Mark, valid.
I would not want to go on a date with Aloysius, and he probably wouldn't want to deal with me. So, I don't know.
I think mine's the opposite of Mark's answer. I think mine's no and yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think Nimki and I would get along and we'd enjoy each other, but I wouldn't be able to keep up. He'd be like he'd be too energetic. Let's see.
I would vibe with Nimki.
Yeah.
I think I could hang out with Hikikiri. I don't know if I would be romantically interested in him.
Mm-hmm. Understandable.
What about you, Cardamon?
I don't think it would be the most obnoxious thing to try and get that dog to go on a date. And like the way that I ask out on a date is very subtle. And things like, yeah, I would love to go and get a drink, and there's like this fun place that we could do that. And he would be like, oh, no, thank you. I'm not thirsty. And I'd be like, okay, well, frick. Well, there's like this bar where like they have some fun live music, and like dancing could be fun. And he's like, no, I don't like the way that they play music. Like the most obnoxious doesn't get that. I'm just like, I want to spend time with you, you bastard.
About you, Kenji?
I mean, I'd want to snuggle Kenji, but there's absolutely no way he'd let me near them, so.
It does look very petable.
Yeah, that sounds like a yes, no.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't see anything else in the chat right now. If you wanted to ask another one from your list.
All right, let's see what else we got. Oh, here's I think a fun one that y'all would probably get into. In a world where the Fuzzy Dice campaign got their own animated show, who would be the voice of your character?
Whoa.
Hmm. I want Jake.
fucking what's his name? Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad.
Aaron Paul?
Aaron Paul
I
would
cast
be
metal,
Tiki Kitty.
bitch.
Yeah.
Cast metal, bitch.
Where's my healing, bitch? Sorry, that's really. That's really.
Tiki's like still freaking out about thinking Liliana's the culprit. She can't keep getting away.
For Kenji, I nominate sorry, go ahead.
I have no idea.
For Kenji, I nominate the voice actor from Blue Eyes Samurai. Come on. You know? I feel like that would.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that one. I'm trying to think of like any characters that I think of, but the way I like the way that Topspin the Fuzzy does Silver's voice in Sonic 06, and I kind of want that for Cardamon.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea how this is going to translate.
God, I have no idea who would voice Salgar.
I'm having trouble too. It's hard to think while drawing, I admit. My first thought was it's kind of a joke answer, but also kind of serious because I love her voices. Crystal. I feel like Crystal does really good voices.
What?
That's fair.
Yeah.
What?
I've told you. I've told you.
I don't know if I could do your voice very well.
Well, you're doing Nimki.
What do y'all mean agreed? Y'all are crazy.
You do have a very good voice, so.
She do.
Nimki has to sound kind of cute and small. Like, what's the name of the voice actress who plays Tails? You know?
Oh, that fits. I also just thought of the raccoon from Indigo Park.
Oh,
Rambly would be a good voice for Nimki.
Rambly?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I like trains.
God.
That's not a bad start.
Apparently it's Pauline O'Shaughnessy in the most recent stuff.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, her.
I'm trying to think of like famous dogs that I liked in animations, and I'm not. And I'm like, God, none of these voices are my favorite.
Voice is Crypto.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson in the most recent.
Oh no!
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Wow. That. All right.
Oh
Completely
wait,
outside.
I wouldn't mind Cardamon sounding like the My Adventures with Superman. If he sounded like Superman from that anime, I wouldn't mind Cardamon sounding like that either.
Oh, nice.
Completely
I can only think
outside.
that, I mean, we've been, watching Critical Role and shit. Like, I can only think that I think in Mighty 9, Ashley Johnson had this like barbarian, big lady.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing, like how she would attempt to voice,
yes.
Thalgar, but that's the only thing I can think of. That
That's
actress
fair.
from the D&D movie Honor Among Thieves.
Oh, Michelle Rodriguez. Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, that's what comes to my mind now. I don't know.
Outside of the context of what kind of human being the person is, my initial instinct was to say Tara Strong.
But with context, I would probably say like Laura Bailey could probably do something very close to what I go
That's
for.
fair.
Mm-hmm.
Here's another question. What stands out to you? And this was for Kenji, but I think I can word it for everyone. What stands out to you as your most impactful failure? Be it as a part of the mission, part of your training, previous adventures, and what did you learn from that going forward?
The first question, all my intimidation rolls. The second question, nothing.
Try and Kuwait. I think for Cardamom, it really just probably getting better buffs and trying to maybe remind his teammates to actually drink their damn potions a little bit more. Maybe.
Look at you didn't make them all taste like wheatgrass.
Wheatgrass that turns you into this stacked 0% fat superhero of a man, and you're crying over the taste?
It's still wheatgrass.
Oh my god! He squeezes lemon into it.
Why can't you make it taste like strawberries or mangoes or something? Or bubble gum or cake?
Because then it's not quick filing. Then it's just cooking. And then I have to actually like take even more time to do that. Do you know how quickly fruit expires in an alchemist inventory? It doesn't last long. I don't have a refrigerator on me. Valid crash out over his over criticisms of how his potions taste.
I think I could actually tie the answer for this one into the answer to the question that went unanswered earlier for Miria. So Miria sought power in the first place because she felt helpless beyond the rituals that she already did from her ancestry to be able to help her family slash pack of Tanuki that she was with. Because there was some kind of great curse or disease that they were suffering from, and nothing was helping. So she sought the power to be able to help them. And in the end, it didn't actually make a difference. So that's definitely going to be her biggest regret of her life. Because she basically doesn't have anyone from her past anymore. They're gone. And she's made this deal with the patron, and she has the power, but it doesn't matter. So she uses it in what ways she can. And I think the other question, which was, what is the most positive experience that she's had since, gaining her patron? I would say it was any one of the interactions that she's had at this point where she was able to help some family or individual with one of their loved ones that was having trouble passing on for one reason or another, and being able to ease that transition in the way that she does with the haunts and the ghosts for all these people who have come back after being long dead and needing to be settled again, but for individual moments. And these people who lost something, but they linger anyway. So it feels like she's getting something out of that. It feels like it's so meaningful to be able to help these people in that way where she wasn't so long ago.
That's very fair.
Sorry, what was the question again?
Yeah,
I
I was about to ask too. What
That's
was
fine.
it again?
I can go over it again. What stands out to you as your most impactful failure as part of your like early training adventures, anything like that, and what kind of lessons do you think you learned from it?
Aloysius won't answer this in character, so I'll just say it for him. What are you doing? No, you won't. Shut up. He this hasn't really been revealed to the party. Well, Cardamon knows it. It hasn't really been revealed to the party or the audience. But after he dropped out, he fell in with a group of catfolk criminals led by a guy named Garcelle. Garcelle was one of those debonair, silver-tongued types who can just make anyone feel good about themselves and persuade them to do whatever he wants. And it was just what Aloysius needed to hear. He needed to hear all that positive reinforcement. None of it was sincere, but he needed to hear it anyway. And he participated in a lot of underhanded con job kind of stuff with Garcelle and his gang. And that basically became his income for a while. While that was happening, he raised his, he married his wife and raised his kid. And things went sour, and he tried to go clean, and it got really complicated. And in the end, he parted ways with Garcelle and resolved to make a better life for himself. But when his wife found out, she left him because, he was, he'd done all this criminal stuff and petty criminal stuff, but nonetheless criminal stuff, and he'd lied to her and to the kids. So that's it right there. And at some point, this will all come out, but yeah, that was worse for him than being expelled.
Mm-hmm.
So.
What about for Nimki?
That was so stressful.
As far as early training goes, and early adventures and stuff, I don't think of much. Does the stuff that just happened, because that's like his biggest. He like wishes that he did the things he was considering. There was, you know what I mean? Things were moving very quickly. There was very little time to make decisions, and he had ideas, and he like froze up. That's just happened, and it's like the biggest thing you can think of. This, yeah. Oh, I did it again. I was talking. Just a sec. Let's see.
You mentioning that?
My God.
You mean think about him freezing up, but whenever
Yeah.
Cardamon was freezing up during like Tiki's escape thing, I think is a thing not that he regrets, but that did make him want to improve and not like freeze up in battle as much.
Well, let's see the insanity on this one.
Spellbook drawings.
God.
Aloysius wanted to get experimental with his spells.
Oh wait, that's awesome. Hold on.
Aloysius casts ultimate
best
magic and
wizard
is
ever.
finally respected.
Oh, why did you make it a dream? That was Aloysius Ma.
Ma, there's an Aloysius outside.
Mom, there's a weird fucking cat outside.
Casting spells.
Aloysius Ma. Now I want to see what Aloysius's Ma looks like.
Yeah.
He kind of looks like Aunt Lucy.
Damn.
Does she
You
got
guys are
some
asking for
explaining
some
to do?
Aloysius and Alessandra deny embracing in bed.
Is that Cardamon?
Cardamon doesn't like
Damn.
tiny people sleeping.
Get the fuck up.
Cardamon turns into a giant awake tiki.
I know. Wake
Probably
up.
Cardamon's
I
face
couldn't
when he
know.
sleeps.
No, you were sleeping. I see. I made it
honestly
orange. Yes, that
couldn't
is supposed to be
see that there
Cardamon.
was a bird sleeping.
Which?
Oh, good sandwich place. Wizard.
Suddenly 2 Miras and only 1 Aloysius.
Oh man. God.
Aloysius is 100% telling the truth to druids, no lies.
I see.
Aloysius isn't the best liar.
You don't say.
God, heart attack.
Hey, that one worked.
It did. That is one of my favorite moments.
Wizard.
What if Aloysius was the mom of the group?
What do you mean, what if, isn't he?
Oh my god, the JoJo menacing text. Yes! Yes!
Aloysius is disappointed in you. You've never felt worse. You roll your deception check awfully against Aloysius. Why is Aloysius frowning at all of these?
You know why.
Because that's how you draw him.
You know, I do have other expressions. You may have noticed me smiling once or twice.
Draw
Yeah.
yourself smiling more than.
Yeah, particularly after a night with the puppy.
Never you mind.
Wags.
Liliana carries Stelgar effortlessly.
Yeah, she does.
Aw.
Liliana
rolls.
taking
Wizard
Stelgar
does know
over
how
the
to
threshold.
smile.
That's right. She's like level
Same
10.
thing.
I
That's
respected it,
cute.
Tyroy.
Stelgar and Liliana's honeymoon.
I like the pointy Telgar titties.
Oh.
Damn.
Stelgar and Liliana live happily ever after.
Yes, they do.
I saved these. Those are so cute.
Snowsies.
Boxer has a
Kiki
question
getting
in
chased
chat.
by carolers.
Aloysius, can you demonstrate another expression right now?
No, not the singers. No.
I was talking.
Aloysius turns the corners of his mouth up a little bit. There.
That's the happiest I've seen you.
Huh, the wizard does know how to smile.
Get him! It's the get him for me.
Gotta capture Tiki. This is part of Tiki's next arc.
Yes. Tiki has to grapple with the fact that he can't read.
This is good because now Ash has material to draw from and be like, oh,
Aloysius
writing
needs
this
a
down
nap.
for a session. Wait, what?
Aloysius fireball backfires?
Literally and
Is that-
figuratively.
Kenji uses Foxfire.
that
Wait,
kinky?
Kenji doesn't know how to do that.
Oh, wait, that's my hand.
That's cute.
That's not how Foxfire works.
I don't know. I see a fox and I see fire.
Oh, wait, I'm lighting your
Only
tails on
missing the
fire.
foxhole.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
Nice.
That was
And then
silly.
the immediate next scene is Cardamom with 4 knives sticking out of his chest, and he was like, I was just right now.
What is a Gartic anyway?
Yes.
I'm pretty positive it's like a vegetable that actually complements like a lot
Oh no.
of food. It's really good. I like it with
Actual
onions.
vegetable. Oh. Okay.
I will actually have to go now, though.
That's fine.
Oh,
Okay.
fair.
All
Yeah,
right.
you take care, Mark. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for the stream, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
Yep.
Au revoir.
Hooray.
Let's see here.
What other questions you got for us? Question them.
Jonas, Aloysius, does catnip
Why?
live up to the hype?
No, wait a minute. Wait. What makes you think I would indulge, first of all?
Pointed,
Escape?
staring.
Gestures to generally all of you.
Aloysius sighs. Yeah, well, it's all right. Helps with my back,
Mhm. I bet it does.
honestly.
Especially after certain nights.
Those are unrelated.
Cardamon, have you tried
I did
catnip?
make pig. Much like caffeine, I don't think you want to see me on any sorts of libations like that.
So, interestingly enough, where catnip acts as a stimulant for cats, it's actually a depressant in dogs.
Oh, that's weird.
Didn't know.
Apparently, people can smoke it. Not that I
Yes.
haven't actually. Yeah.
Void in chat is
catnip makes me
asking Wes,
sad.
hey, we're closing the bar. What is your last drink?
The bar's closing forever. You can never have another drink again. What are you getting?
Cardamon's last drink would probably be the most inconvenient thing for the bartender to make. Like something is on fire. There's like sparklers. There's
There's an
something
entire
that
slice
he
of cake
won't
in it.
get. Probably.
There's like a toothpick with an onion ring or 3.
It's like that dude that stands. That's the bartender from Japan that's standing at the bar that has like that awesome Tonto, and he cuts the ice and does all the frou-frou and like puts sparkles all over the drink. That's what he wants. I know my character vampire.
I think Tiki would want something like an old fashioned, and he would always, at least in the back of his mind, complain, "This just not as good as home."
Why did you order an old fashioned? Fair.
Because Tiki likes to complain.
That's fair.
That's true.
He cannot afford the alcohol that he was given at home.
You have 2 options then. Either, well, you really have the only one option, and that's to go in on the ABV. ABV max.
Yeah, sorry, no, you're right. Tiki drinks 1 gallon of moonshine.
There you go.
I love a low town low ball. You ever had one of those? It makes you feel like you've been punched in the face, but in a good way.
Ball.
I've been punched in the face a good way a time or two.
There you go. Thinking of
Yeah.
what I'm talking about.
Jaeger bomb.
Oh wait, I would like to change. Well, okay, that's my favorite. I like sake bombs. That's not. I don't know if that would be Cardamon's favorite.
Oh, it's definitely not Crystal's favorite. That's for fucking sure.
That's fair.
Do I think Miria would like a Jaeger bomb? Yeah, I think she like. There's some like masochism involved there that she enjoys.
Kenji would get water.
That's sake? Oh.
Kenji, I don't know if you noticed, but Kenji's not comfortable drinking in front of other people.
Oh.
Kenji's not comfortable around people. I think it was where you could have stopped
I
there.
mean,
I wanted the episode where Kenji or Cardamom goes to Kenji. We need to do something that's not you training or worrying about stealth. We need to go relax. We're gonna go get fucked up. Maybe not fucked up, but we should go get drinks.
What about Nimki?
I don't know if Nimki. Well, because he comes from a very
Is he old
isolated
enough?
community. I think so. Yeah. But, yeah.
Probably.
But
Nimki walks into the bar. Are you old enough to drink? I think so.
Well, what's
That
the
would
thing
make the
about
other question
the
earlier
fancy
about
bartender having
shipping
to pull
Nimki
out
with
the
people
giant,
way more awkward.
Right.
the fantasy bartender having to pull out the giant book of all the different ancestries and all their legal drinking ages?
God.
I still like
Yeah,
Nimki going up to the bar and going, "I'm this many," and then holding up.
The only concern I have with Nimki is he's tiny. He, like one would do him probably.
Not anymore. He's not.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He went through
Nimki-
puberty.
Medium.
Nimki is in fact taller than Aloysius now.
Nimki's going to have to get
I'm
used
so
to eating a lot more.
Yeah.
He needs that cheese.
Feel right.
Sorry, what is his
Wait,
favorite
that-
drink? I'm sorry, that
That
was the basic
officially does
question.
make
Alright.
Aloysius the shortest.
Thank you, Miriam. Thank you very much. We just had to spell it out, didn't we?
Yep.
Not my fault that I grew an extra half an inch than you did.
When Nikki left home, he was
We
too
start
young
the
for
next
drinks.
episode. Aloysius is wearing pumps.
Yeah, well, they would look quite good on me. Thank you.
I want to hear what Nimki's drink is.
When Nimki left home, he was too young for drinks, and I feel like he would come to this city and hadn't tried it yet. So I really think he would just go, Cardamon, what do I have?
So you want Everclear? No, I'm kidding.
Whoa!
He why don't we start with something like a spritzer where it's just going to be like carbonated and has maybe a splash of alcohol in it?
Is my fur too dry?
No.
We're getting him a soda pop.
Now-
It's settled.
The drink.
Yeah.
All right,
Do
let's
we want to play another round, or do we want to?
I'm done.
That's
I'm
fair.
also done.
Yeah, I think I'm done.
We have largely exhausted the questions at this point anyway. There are a few left on my list, but they have mostly been answered. So,
Oh, okay.
I mean, we got a couple of quick ones from Void and chat if we want to go through them. Otherwise, we can do whatever anybody likes.
What else? Do you all have any piercings? If so, where and what's the joy? Again, this is the kind of question I was looking to avoid. Goodness gracious, we've
Cardamon, what kind of piercings does Aloysius have, and where?
Prince Albert, next question.
Why is this even a question for anyone?
No piercings
Wait.
for Miria.
Wait, Void asked a question that's actually kind of... I don't know exactly what you typed there, but I did add something
Tchotchke.
kind of...
It's Yiddish.
I don't know what that is.
It's Yiddish.
It just means it's any little knick-knack or what have you.
Yeah, I did add something a little weird to his backpack. It never came up, but I had the idea to give him like a fake purse, so that if someone tried to pickpocket him, there was a chance they'd get the wrong one. I don't know.
Yeah, a tchotchke is just like a little personal knick-knack. It's
Okay.
usually
Knick-knack is a good word to use, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
Aloysius doesn't really have anything too unusual in his backpack. Trying to think of.
I don't know if it really counts as a tchotchke, but I would say I think the first time that Tiki went on one of his mining jobs, he wasn't
Icing.
told where to put the pickaxe back when they were done, and so he just kept it and left the worksite with it, and he still has it on him.
that kind of counts.
So he just has a pickaxe at all times because he's just never known what to do with it, so he just keeps it in his backpack.
I think Cardamon would get...
What?
Sorry, go on. Okay.
I was gonna say Aloysius does in fact have soap in his backpack. In case he runs into any crazy little kobolds who want to eat it.
I don't know about
Cardamon.
backpack. I was thinking about the piercing still. Probably like an eyebrow piercing or two and a septum for sure. But weird stuff in his bag. To
You're an
anyone that's not
alchemist
familiar,
by default.
yeah, exactly. For real, I was gonna say you're gonna open it up, and then there's going to be all sorts of slithering or creatures, some that are varying degrees of alive or dead, in his bag. I'm trying to think of anything that he would deliberately put in there to make him feel better, and I don't think he has the space. I don't think he has space to put stuff. I mean, you might see an extra arm that does something different for. His metal arm, that might be the weirdest thing, like a backup arm.
He has like a gold-plated one for formal occasions.
Wait! Oh, wait! Cute!
Y'all
Or
have
like
just
an
never noticed
obsidian?
before that
Aw.
Tiki has a tongue stud.
All right. Let's see here. Boxer asks, would you like one of us to buy you high heels? I assume that's directed at Aloysius.
No, thank you very much.
I don't know. He
Honestly.
just said he'd look good in pumps.
This
Give
has
him the
got
samurai
soap.
sandals.
this
the
Q&A has
Geta?
got it. I mean, you wouldn't know. His feet are usually covered by the robe. But long as it has art support. I'm very particular about that.
I love the idea of you like about to go down the stairs and Aloysius hiking his robes up a little bit, and there being like really, really nice heels or like boots to make you tall.
Oh god, yeah.
and Cardamom going,
platform,
oh!
Rick, do you think Kenji would wear Geta? Those tall sandals you see in old anime.
Yes. Yes, he would.
Straightforward.
Drakon asks, do any of the party have guilty pleasures or vices?
Oh, it just glances at Cardamom. No. And if I did, I wouldn't
Cardamom-
tell you.
Cardamom is trying not to laugh, and he's going, and he's wagging.
Once again, I have to emphasize that it is extremely awkward for random people, all of you sitting out there asking me about this sort of thing. Shame on you. He wagged his finger a little bit.
You signed the contract.
I think Cardamom has favorite ingredients that he has liked to try for the first time to see what they do. Like some that make him numb, or like some that might hit him with like a nicotine buzz. I think his guilty pleasure is that he chews some of his ingredients when he's bored.
Yeah, I can see that.
Puppy, that's an inorganic catalyst. Do not put that in your mouth.
I have Foley for this. Hold on. What?
Oh well.
I have no idea how that came up over the microphone.
It sounds like a candy bar.
Miria?
I think Miria is actually a bit of a gambler.
I can see that.
Whatever little bit of money that she does have, she isn't very good at hanging on to it. Luck is not terribly on her side most of the time.
Mm-hmm. I think Tiki, if he does have any vices or anything like that, he probably suppresses them through meditation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so holy. So holier than thou.
Aloysius probably learned a little bit of like freaky magic stuff at the academy, and he's probably tried a little bit of it on Cardamom. He will never divulge any details about that.
BRB hacking your Discord logs to find out.
Cardamom comes to the next like adventure meeting or quest and looking slightly more muscular than before.
I feel like Nimki would like eavesdropping a lot.
Oh, almost certainly.
All right.
Aww.
Yeah. Very
This
common.
makes sense.
No, like fun addiction to cheese that he
Well,
doesn't
that's
want to
natural.
admit
Now-
because of a stereotype. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
Now I'm just imagining us being at the bathhouse and we're like in our own little private room or whatever, and Nimki is like climbed the wall and peeked over the
Yeah.
edge into the next one. And then he comes down and he turns back to us, and his face is red as a tomato.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, screw it. I'm not taking tea kettle form anymore. I'm taking leaf transformation.
Okay, I have a question for the other party members, and they do not have to answer this if they don't want to. This is me asking, not Aloysius. Aloysius wouldn't ask this. Is anyone in the party a virgin?
No,
Yeah.
God,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
I said before that Tiki has many times been with other monks at the monastery, but it was always more of a like shield brother relationship thing where it's just like wrestling with them in the gymnasium and then fucking them afterwards is just kind of how you build bonds.
Yeah,
How Spartan
no,
of you.
that's
Fantastic.
Yeah.
pretty normal.
Well, I wasn't until recently.
Oh no, was Aloysius? Oh God,
You think that neurotic dog knows?
never? I even. Oh no. So your first experience was that?
He's so content and happy with it. Why are you sounding sad about it?
I mean, Aloysius is probably like wrinkly, and that's like being with an old nasty towel. Anyway.
Why are you saying boons like they're banes?
All right, fair enough.
All right.
I'm curious about Mira and Nimki and Kenji though.
Well, I mean,
Genji's
Kenji.
definitely not a virgin.
No.
I know
No.
you had had a fascination with a girl before, but I didn't know if that went anywhere.
I believe
Genji
you
has
specifically
canonically
mentioned
fucked Lady Dolmar, so
that too.
I knew it.
That's not any kind of secret.
yeah.
What a reveal! What a
Case
reveal!
solved.
Miria absolutely is, for the record.
Oh,
She is a virgin. Okay.
Yeah, Nimki is too.
Very, very pious in a naturalistic sort of way in her younger years and a social outcast sense. So
Mhm.
that's fair.
Understandable. But we've dug through the questions we got on our form. We've dug through the questions from chat. We've done some drawings. We've had some fun and shot the shit for a while. I think we're about done for tonight.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Right. Do we have a raid target? Yes, we do.
We certainly do.
Do.
Thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for the questions you submitted both on the forum and during chat tonight. If you would like to support us, please go up to one of the two Patreons you see above Kenji's head. The first one is for supporting Rick himself. The second one is to support me as I GM these weirdos every other weekend.
So this is all your fault. Got it.
Sure is.
speaking of, we should be having a normal fuzzy dice session again in 2 weeks.
Yes, we will. 2 weeks from now, on the 8th, we will resume regular play. Next week is, of course, Empires.
Yes.
Empires, we resume.
All right.
Thank you all for joining us. We are rating Roy Arashi. They are currently playing Mario 64, it looks like.
Gasp. 64 Marios.
64 of them.
It's more than
Give-
63.
Wow.
Give all 64 of them love for us, chat.
Have a good
We will
night.
see you tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Good night, everybody.